Welcome to Mueller time. What's up, brother?
Yo, what's up with you?
First of all, Mel, I want to thank you for filling in. Chris is in Orange County today.
What?
Yeah.
Well, they're turning blue down there, so
yeah,
it's
hey,
safe again.
You know, man, I'm glad you brought that up because we now know that the Democrats took 40 seats in all of Orange County.
Right.
It's funny on the news. They act like we're supposed to still, meet them in the middle. Is that how it works?
Yeah, that's the dream philosophy there, that we'll meet them in the middle, but we're getting it all back.
Yeah. So
it might not be an actual blue wave, but more like a blue Jackson Pollock.
Yeah, I like that.
Just blue splotches all over the place. But, eventually.
Yeah.
Eventually we'll get there.
So being Mueller time, I figure we'll knock out the Mueller stuff first.
Yeah.
And you tell me, by the way, for everybody who's listening, I just got back from the East Coast. I was on a plane for what felt like 11 hours, so I'll do my best here.
Right.
That was a long-ass flight, dude.
Damn.
So while I was on the plane, it looks like Manafort is screwed would be the
right?
Yeah.
Exactly. He's giving it up to little Bobby. Bobby doesn't play around. Bobby Mueller.
Yeah. So Paul Manafort didn't fulfill, as everyone knows, his end of the bargain. And it looks like our legal advisor, who's a prosecutor in a major city, told me that he's never going to get out. That's it.
All those guys are going down.
Yeah.
They're all dirty.
Yeah. Hey, you had as I recall, you had kind of a theory on this whole thing. Do you want to elaborate on that a little bit?
I have several theories about a lot of different things. There's one, though, that I don't want to give out. That's a real good theory, but I don't want President T to hear it and take it for his own credit.
Okay.
But, through his own mistakes, though, he will be making America great, though.
Mm.
This guy, President T, what is up with this guy? Is he not the stupidest president we've ever had, period? I know Bush was up there for a minute, but he beats Bush. He takes Bush.
It's painful. One thing you can say for Paul Manafort, the guy was smart. He might be a criminal, whatever, but he went to Georgetown Law, and he got mixed up with these people. He's a smart character. That's what makes his behavior even more puzzling, that everyone's elaborating about right now. Why? This guy could have walked away from this. He knows everything. Why didn't he do it? Why is he going to spend the rest of his life in prison? And my buddy, who's our legal advisor, said...
Why do you think he's going to spend the rest of his life in prison? His boy's the president.
Well, the pardon thing is possible.
Possible?
But let me tell you what my friend said.
I think the pardon thing is an absolute.
Yeah, probably. But my friend said that, well, they might get him on some state charges, but... The point I want to make is that everyone thinks there's this big thing, but my buddy who's the prosecutor said he's just arrogant. He's been getting away with this shit all his life and is like, fuck it. I'll get away with it one more time.
Well, not if Bobby has his way.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah. Mueller, he doesn't. Now, let me tell you a little bit about Mueller. He doesn't play around. In the hood, we called him Trey because, he's a third. He's a third. Papa. His papa was a Bob. His grandpapa was a Bob. And Mueller is a Bob. And, Mueller did some very, very good military combat stuff.
Yeah.
This guy was insane. They actually called his group, the Magnificent Bastards.
Did they really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the group that he was in, they called the Magnificent Bastards. And he went in shooting up everywhere, got his people out and everything. He's a real good guy. In fact, he wears his wristwatch with the reflective glass part on the underside.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So that way, when you're shooting a sniper rifle, and if you have it the other way, the sun reflects on it. So this guy, he's serious.
I'm impressed that as your first time on this show, you just told me something that I didn't know about Mueller.
Oh yeah.
We've had about 4.
Well, that's why you have me on here. It is called Mueller time.
Yeah, we've had 4 guests, but you're the first one I think who's brought up something that, not to be modest, but something that I didn't know, which is cool.
Yeah, that's why we're here, right?
But we're always careful about who we have on because, I mean, the bigger this thing gets,
Right.
It's like in the beginning, like it would have been, whatever.
Yeah, fine with whomever, but now as it gets bigger, you're gonna have some real qualified guests on here.
Yeah. So
no more of the cat lady next door.
So Papadopoulos reported to jail today.
Oh man.
Yeah. He's doing his 2 weeks.
Look, they're all going in. They're all going in hard.
Did you see? You should have seen this fool on Twitter though. He was literally like him and his wife were doing this whole thing like, I'll see you when I. No, he actually said he's like, I'll see you on the other side, motherfucker. It's 2 weeks. Like,
right.
He was
in 2 weeks.
It's not the Shawshank Redemption. Like you're coming out.
Yeah. Now these guys, they like to go ahead and play like they're big guys and stuff, but
yeah,
they're all going down, dude. My favorite thing. Lock her up.
Yeah.
Lock her up. Lock her up. That's my favorite Trump song right there.
You ever go back and watch Mike Flynn saying that?
Yeah, absolutely.
It does feel kind of good.
It does. Trump's going down, dude.
Yeah.
That's all that's about to happen. Trump's about to go down.
So let me ask you something. You grew up in L.A. I'm a transplant.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? Because this. Trying to think of the best way I can phrase this. How is Trump viewed in the black community since Mueller time has been two white guys talking for the length of the show?
It, like all communities, there's people that will support Trump and there's people that don't support Trump. And for the most part in the black community, most don't support Trump. And the ones that do, it's really the insane crazies and the religious zealots,
right?
The ones that only hear him talking about religion and stuff.
Yeah.
But for majority of the black community, though, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think anybody, even in Hispanic community, I know there's a few, but for the most part, they're all also against Trump.
Yeah, my understanding is he polls at virtually almost at 0%, which is it would be kind of funny if this wasn't so serious.
Yeah, no, the only votes he gets is white male votes, and then the white women who are beholden to those white men.
Yeah. So
they have to show support and vote the same way that their man votes. They're not trying to get hit in the eye.
Right. According to the latest with the blue wave, we flipped 40 seats, and in terms of the margin of votes, it's the largest. The Democrats won by the largest margin ever in an American election, 8 or 9 million votes.
Right. Well, I mean, we did the same thing again. It was 3 million votes for Hillary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But this time we didn't have the Electoral College in there to mess it all up.
Right. It seems pretty clear that election interference, I guess it was always going on, but I don't think that I ever realized the extent of it.
Look, we're still not willing to admit the extent of it. It's not just here in the U.S. It's been the Russian interference that helped cause Brexit. That's why they have a conservative getting ready to go into Mexico. Brazil's changed. I mean, they've been doing this stuff for a while.
Yeah.
It's the same old stuff our CIA used to do. But the Russians have gone all in on the cyber attack.
Yeah, it's the wave of populism that's sweeping the world, and it's pretty dangerous. We've unfortunately experienced our own piece of it right here.
Yeah, well, it's whatever helps, pull a country apart.
Yeah. Well, it looks like this Brexit thing is blowing up in their face because now it looks like eventually they're going to have their own Mueller probe. And I read this. This is amazing. So I guess British Parliament sent they want these documents from this involving what Facebook did in their country, and this third party company wouldn't give it to them. So they sent their sergeant at arms. Apparently this has never happened before. They sent him to a hotel to fucking like gangster just take that stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
I saw that headline. I didn't read into it because I'm just not a Facebook person anymore.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
I mean, I still have an account, but I go in there once a month to take a look.
Yeah, you went underground. So yeah, they went in there. I guess you don't really need a warrant or whatever in Britain. It's not like
wow.
Okay,
so
you just went in there.
It's a straight gangster.
Yeah.
Wow.
He
That's crazy.
He went in there like Alonzo in Training Day with the Chinese menu.
Or straight Suge Knight those fools. That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's straight Suge Knight move.
Yeah, Mel has regaled me over the years with some pretty great LA stories.
Yeah, this is a great city, man.
Yeah.
This is a great city.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. A lot's been going on in this city.
Yeah.
One of the things that I found most amazing recently, though, is LAX said we can fly with marijuana now.
Really?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah. LAX said you can fly anywhere in the world you want to go. Just know where you're going.
Can you land with it, though? That's the question.
Right? You can take off with it. But if you land in Thailand and you got weed,
you know, it's funny, man.
That's
like,
on you.
It's not funny, but like this whole thing that happened with Khashoggi, the Washington Post journalist, I realized like for the first time, Americans who are abroad, you don't have a lifeline if something goes down.
No, that's why, you know, whenever you travel, I would suggest to most people to check in with your local embassy.
Yeah.
You just to let them know that you're here just in case you come up missing.
And if you have like some kind of enemy status with this administration or you, whatever, hypothetically do a Mueller Time podcast,
right?
And your ass gets in trouble. Yeah. I mean, you're have
done.
a problem.
Yeah.
I mean, if that guy can't be defended, he's a Washington Post journalist and a permanent resident. Like, what does it say for the rest of us?
Well, the problem really is that we're in too deep with Saudi and this oil situation.
Yeah.
You know, once we get to electric cars and all of this, we're less dependent on oil. We can pull away from the Saudi situation.
Yeah.
But right now, we're in bed with them. There's evil all over the world, as President T says. So.
Yeah. Oh, that's his name now, huh?
Yeah, President T.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he tweeted that out. He called himself President T. Spoke about himself in the third person on the tweet.
You know, it's sad. You could tell like it took him like probably 3 weeks to think of that. And then
right.
You could tell he was like really going back to the intelligence thing. And he was real proud of that.
I should be President Trump. No, I'm going to be cool. I'm going to be President T.
So we got Manafort. We should be hearing more about that soon. And then Papadopoulos is doing his 2 weeks. And then Jerome Corsi.
Oh, yeah, Corsi.
Right. So Corsi goes... Well, I'm sure you know plenty about Corsi. Corsi's the original conspiracy theorist. He invented the birther thing. He's kind of like in a way, he would be like he's like the godfather of just bad stuff.
Right. Yeah. He's a total dick.
Yeah.
But Manafort, though, he breached his plea deal.
Yeah.
By lying today to Mueller. So,
yeah.
You know, we'll see how that goes. Mueller's building a super huge case.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be tax fraud. Trump's going down for something. He's building this super huge case. And that's what I like about Mueller because, he's keeping his mouth shut. There's been no leaks, nothing.
Yeah.
Just straight professional, just quiet, face down, feet to the grind, making it happen.
Yeah.
And folks are just flipping.
Yeah.
And Trump's just lawyering up.
What I told Chris was like, seeing all these guys go down, even the ones who have, is amazing. But I never imagined, like, as someone who follows politics, that a guy like Corsi, who I've literally hated for over 20 years, like, this is like a bonus thing, man. Like,
see, I wasn't aware of Corsi until now.
Yeah, no, he's kind of operating in the shadows, but for anyone who doesn't know much about him, he invented the birther thing. He also did John Kerry with the Swift Boat Veterans for Truth. That was him too.
Wow, I remember that.
Yeah, like, he's good at this shit. I hate to say that, but like, he took down, and he was involved with the Clinton thing too.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gotten away with it all these years. But
in the emails?
Well, that's the, what do they call it? The question, the number one question. What did he have to do with the emails?
Yeah. Did he set that up for WikiLeaks?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Get that from WikiLeaks?
Oh, yeah. No, he's in deep. I mean, we don't know exactly, but that's why they're looking at him.
Yeah.
That's
just crazy shit.
Corsi, what they're looking at him for is that they think, from what we know, that he was an intermediary for Julian Assange.
Right.
Assange got those emails from Russia, and then we're not really sure what his role was, but he was in there.
No, you sure it was Russia? It's not the fat kid in the room. Could have been that fat kid in the room.
Well, we all knew some fat kid growing up in the basement, right?
Right. We all knew that fat kid in the basement. So it could be him.
Yeah.
Or it could be Trump. Trump could be that fat kid in the basement.
Yeah. So we, over Thanksgiving week when I was away for about a week, did I miss anything?
Did you listen to any Trump news?
Man, I was all over it. But mostly what I look for first is Mueller news, and until today it was quiet.
It was quiet. It was definitely a quiet week. It was a light news week. Everybody was out there trying to do their Black Friday shopping, and then all of a sudden, Trump's own administration drops this bomb that climate change is real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
On a Friday, so that nobody would pay attention to it.
It was quiet, relatively quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was popping off with a couple of things, but I know my family was trying to avoid it.
Right.
But you can't. It's always there.
It's always there. It's a constant. As a nation, we're going to need therapy after this.
I mean, and I would also add, maybe the fact that we're in this mess is because people didn't have that before.
Well, yeah, it made us get out. It made us get out the vote for sure.
I mean, you want to talk about an argument for mental health? We have a genuine mentally ill, a lunatic at the helm.
Right. But, fortunately we have enough people in there that aren't lunatics that are, taking over.
Man, we really did take the power back with this election, and now we need to use it, because that's what the Republicans do. Remember Bush barely won and he was like, I got it.
Right. That's all he needed.
No, I'm like, no, we won the largest margin in history for a congressional election.
Mm-hmm.
That means that the people have said, we want you to put forth your agenda.
Right. Well, what's that agenda going to be? Is it going to be impeachment? Is it going to be getting his tax returns out? Is it going to be trying to get this Medicaid for all? Is it going to be trying to get free college? What's going to happen with the Democratic Party? Are we going to try to go socialist? Are we going to try to go to the middle so we could try to pull in some of those Trump voters?
Here's what I think. First, priority one, this bum has to get out of office because he's an existential threat to this country. But after that, hell yeah, we need to put forth our agenda. Medicare for all, absolutely. I think we can do both. We can do things at once. And the tax returns, oh man,
we got to get those tax returns. We got to see what's in there.
Yeah. Oh, they've already. I saw Elijah Cummings on TV. He was like, I got the request in motion. He had that written like.
I love that. I love that. He's ready. They're ready.
But as much as I might hate him, I just feel like if I was him, just looking at that racist dickhead, I think that would be even more aggravating than for anybody that I know. You got to the heights, Elijah.
Right.
He's like a superstar, and then this just racist asshole that whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but as an African American, we've always been used to this racism. This is nothing new. So this guy being a total racist dick is just par for the course.
You're right.
That's all. They were, in my eye, there's just been a lot of racist dicks going on forever. I mean, look at what, speaking of dicks, think of what Richard Dick did do. Nixon went ahead and made marijuana illegal just because hippies and blacks were smoking it, and made it a federal crime, and then made having a felony, you're not able to vote. Mm-hmm. And that was his whole thing, suppression of vote.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
That's why marijuana was a Schedule I drug, so that you couldn't vote.
Maybe we'll do a spin-off of this show. It'll be Marijuana Time, starring you.
Time.
And
I do know a little bit about it.
And I'll guest star on that one. So let me ask you this. Chris and I often talk about, for lack of a better word, predictions about where Mueller's going. How do you think this whole thing is going to play out?
I really don't have an idea. I really don't know.
Well, that's an honest answer.
I'm not even going to sit here and try to fake pontificate on that one. I really don't know where this is going to go. He has been really quiet with what's been happening here. There's been no leaks, nothing.
My prediction is out by the end of the year. Now, everyone thinks that's crazy. I think it's all going to explode. I'm not saying he's going to be impeached. I'm saying he's going to be like, I'm out. That's it. Like, they'll find some exit strategy where he doesn't look like a fool like that, because that's all he cares about is what he looks like. And I'll be like, yeah, I'm the big hero. I tried, and try to walk off into the sunset. And we'll see what happens.
What? No.
You don't think so?
No.
Oh, I meant
Trump doesn't live in that
What
life.
I meant to say was he's going to serve 2 terms. And yeah, my bad.
No, Trump doesn't live in that world at all. He's not going to just be like, oops, my bad, you caught me. He's going to be like, no, you didn't catch me. What do you see here? I didn't do that, but we have you on tape. But that's not me on tape. You guys made that tape up. That's a fake tape.
Maybe they'll
with your fake news and your fake tape coming after with your fake allegations. Look, the only thing real here is me.
Maybe they'll serve the Chinese food warrant, like training to.
Look, Trump ain't going anywhere, and we don't want him to go anywhere either, because Trump, although not the brightest guy in the world, did come up with the perfect plan. Pence. Our poison pill.
I hear that.
Yeah. See, with Pence as the poison pill, then there's no way we'll get rid of Trump.
So over the weekend, while all this was going on, it turns out that now apparently we tear gas toddlers in this country.
Oh yeah, Well, we snatch them away from their moms. We tear gas them, shoot rubber bullets at them. Call them animals. They're not even really people anymore. They're animals coming here towards this country.
Let me ask you this: as you grew up here, you've had, I'm sure in LA, I'm sure you've seen a lot of stuff, and you've had a different life experience than me. But did you ever think that you would see toddlers gassed in this country by the military? I mean,
no, but anything's possible, dude. Anything's possible. We had slavery here. We had Japanese internment camps. So nothing about this country is really going to surprise me at this point.
You're right, aren't you? I mean, you're right. It really.
Nothing's going to surprise me. Something else will come up that you'll think was totally unimaginable, but will happen.
It's crazy too to see the rationalization. Like, that's not something that you always think there's going to be a limit with these people, but there isn't.
No, there's no limit with Trump. There's no limit. He doesn't even think it. He really doesn't think about the people. He really does treat them like they're animals or something like that.
Yeah.
They're coming over. And I don't know. I just have so many different thoughts about this, because why would him, a billionaire, care?
Right.
They're not coming for his job. So, why is he such a fearmonger? Well,
I think I know what it's about. Basically, it's his base. They love this shit, and he needs them. That's what brought him here. That he needs the crowd, the adulation. That's what this whole thing's about. If his base was, let's say, this would never happen, but let's say it was people like us. It was free thinkers and progressives. Then he would just mirror us. He'd be like, yeah, I'm into all this shit.
Okay. And the reason why we would have voted him in was because he wasn't a politician. So we were like, ooh, we're tired of politicians. He's not a politician. He's successful. He's smart, which he's not. And yeah, I could see us, if he would have said the right things, we could have voted for him. It could have happened.
When he lived in New York, he portrayed himself anyway, except for all the racist shit. He portrayed himself as a Democrat, because that was his world.
Right. But when you're old, white, and rich, you're racist. That's pretty much how it all goes down. Old, white, rich, and racist. All that just goes hand in hand.
Damn, well, I hope when I get there, I don't want to be racist.
You're not going to be rich. Don't worry about it.
Oh, damn, man.
No.
That's cold, man.
You're not going to be rich. You don't want to be rich. What it takes to be rich, like those people are cold-hearted. You want to be happy. You want to have enough money so that you don't have to worry about it. You don't want to be rich like those fools, though, because those rich people took advantage of somebody else. To be that rich, you took advantage of somebody.
Speaking of rich, we did just get our first sponsor. And
yay. Oh, that's how you got me on the show.
I can't reveal them yet, but I'm very excited to be working with them, a watch company. It's going to be fantastic.
What?
Yeah, man.
That's going to be great.
I'm gonna be rich as fuck, dude. But don't worry, I'm not gonna be racist.
The Mueller timepieces, and then you're gonna have to wear it under, like Mueller does. You're gonna have to wear the watch on the underside.
You see me in like 10 years. Damn, that dude got real racist. What happened?
What happened to him?
Damn, dude, that was my boy.
That was my boy, but he got rich. He got rich. Now look at him.
Got the McGaw hat.
He's just stunting on me. You know, you got all sorts of just racists.
Like, and again, I don't mean to make light of this shit, but like, yeah, like, of course, did I know people were racist? Absolutely. But
yeah, I do too. I know a lot of racist ass motherfuckers.
But when Trump was doing this,
there's states full of them.
But when Trump was doing his thing, I'm like, really? Like, you don't even, not even a little bit hide it?
No. That's also been another great thing about Trump. Is like he's just pulling them out. Like not even hiding anymore, just coming out, letting their little racist flag fly.
Yeah.
Good. Now we get to know who you are.
Yeah.
Now we get to see you. Now we get to know who you are. And in a perfect world, we'd be able to say, oh, now I see you. Now we'll be able to sit down and have a conversation. But, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
We're not going to have a conversation.
I mean, I definitely wasn't that guy in the Saturday Night Live sketch, the white guy who was surprised on election night. I knew that was possible. But it was funny.
No, I didn't think that was possible.
Oh, really? No kidding.
No.
You thought it was pretty much a lock, huh?
Oh, dude.
No kidding.
I got so suckered in by the media. Let me tell you how suckered in I got. I got so suckered in that as I was listening to NPR, I almost thought they said it was going to be every state for Hillary. I thought it was going to be just like this landslide, just like the whole state just turned blue.
Really?
Yeah, thought it was going to be incredible. And for sure that she was going to have that glass ceiling break.
Yeah.
I think they recreated that glass ceiling at the hall that they were in for her celebration. It had a glass ceiling.
Oh, man. That sucks.
Yeah, it was supposed to break.
I guess it
was sugar glass. I think they recreated it with sugar glass. They were going to have it break.
Holy shit, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
Yep.
So you and I were basically the reverse of that Saturday Night Live sketch.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, I didn't think that he was going to win at all. I thought that was like, no, he's Trump. That guy's The Apprentice on TV. He's talking craziness.
Right.
He's talking madness. Talking about the illegal aliens and that they're murderers and killers and stuff coming over here. And I've lived in Los Angeles, all my life, and that's just never been the case.
Right. Yeah.
That's just never, ever been the case. But I've seen a lot of school shootings.
Oh, man.
I don't think those guys came across the border.
No.
There's some guys that blew up a federal building in Oklahoma. I don't think they came across the border.
Right. The biggest danger to this country, everybody knows it. It's domestic terrorism. It's white.
Right.
It's radical right-wing terrorism.
Right. Yeah. None of these guys came across the border. So for those of you out there that fearing the people coming up to the border, that's just ridiculous. It's never been anybody that's coming across the border. So, yeah, not all of them are on the up and up. Maybe some of them are just, wanting to just make a better life. Oh, how dare you? How dare you want to make a better life of yourself here? Making a better life of yourself here means you have to have a job. So that means you're contributing. That means you're doing something and earning a living. You're not just coming over here making a better life by catching not unemployment, but welfare. Mm-hmm. They're not coming over here just jumping on welfare. They're coming over here and doing a job that you and I most likely wouldn't even think about doing. So they're contributing, and we need more people to contribute. Which, by the way, Trump, if you let the immigrants in, it'll bring more jobs.
Yeah, but that's too that makes too much sense for him.
Right. Way too much sense.
Man, I'm reading this book. Ironically, it's called The Apprentice, but it's
oh my God, no.
Yeah, it's about Trump Russia by this Washington Post reporter.
Okay.
And man, people don't even understand how they got us so bad. No, this is something that I don't think anyone knows because I've only read it in The Apprentice. Like it's not
right. Okay.
They fucking had before the election, they tricked an American, some random person who's not named, into going in front of the White House with a sign that was a happy birthday to the head of the unit that was attacking us on Facebook.
Wow.
They put that motherfucker's name up there, happy birthday, whatever.
Dude.
Some Trump voter.
Look at look at, as we can see from Borat, you could trick anybody into doing anything.
I mean, I was laughing I didn't want to laugh, but I'm like, that is so hilarious.
It is.
They did a birthday card for the head of the Internet Research Agency.
Look, it's been nonstop jokes since this guy got into office.
Yeah.
It's just been nonstop. Every time I turn on the news, it's frightening. I'm glad that there's people there that are in charge that know better. Mm-hmm. But just his rhetoric is insane. It's like the opposite of anything that any normal person would say.
Right.
Your administration comes out and says, oh, yeah, climate change is happening. What does he think about it? I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Scientists are paid, Scientists are paid to say that.
Right.
It's been very cold outside. So what's this global warming? This guy's insane.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I read the climate report, and basically, if
shit's done. Done.
Let's try
done.
Let's try to keep some positivity here.
Done. I don't want to tell people what to do, but you know who you are, and you need to move. Shit's done.
So what do you think about this Cindy Hyde-Smith character in Mississippi?
Oh my God. Yeah, I just heard about that. Look at Mississippi's fucked. I've been to Mississippi before.
Yeah.
No. No. They need education reform before anything else. In fact, what I would be in favor of, an IQ test to vote. You need to have some type of intelligence in order to vote. You can't just be out there willy-nilly acting like Jeff Spicoli, just filling in the blanks on these voter forms. We're the strongest nation in the world. It can't be run by a bunch of idiots.
Yeah, this lady qualifies, I don't know how much you've seen her, but the word idiot is very, that she's pretty much, if you look in the dictionary definition.
Of idiot.
Even just
it's her picture.
I don't want to really go through her remarks, which half of are disgusting, but she's at a level of racist that is so racist, it's almost, again, you almost are in awe of it.
It's comedy.
No, yeah.
It's so racist, it's almost comedy, because you can't believe it. And it's Mississippi. And Mississippi's always been like that, dude. Mississippi's like that. Alabama's like that. Georgia's like that. Kentucky's like that. West Virginia's like that. Let me tell you, all those little states, they're all super, super racist.
Now, you have family down there, right?
Yeah. I've been to all those states, in fact. So I'm not just, making it up. Like, oh, I heard rumor of. No, yeah. I've been to those places.
Yeah.
I've been to those states. I've been to a lot of different cities in those states. And yeah, it gets really interesting really fast. And what I could say, it's definitely a lack of education happening over there.
Yeah. So the White House recently changed. I only read about this in a military journal. I don't think this really got
What books are you reading? Now you're reading The Apprentice. You got a military journal. Dude, you're reading a lot.
Hey, man. Got to stay up on this shit, man. When the black helicopters come, I'm...
You're going to be the first one to get out. You'll know the code, right? You've read the book.
You got my back, though, right?
Yeah, I got your back.
Way back.
I got your back.
Yeah, I don't even know him, sir.
Yeah, I got... he's good. He's good.
No, the police will be cool. They'll be cool to you.
Yeah, no, the police are great with me. Yeah. LAPD has been fantastic with me. No, for real.
Yeah.
Honest to God.
Yeah, no.
They've been great.
No. So the White House has changed the rules of engagement at the border, where basically this plays into the thing that happened with the toddlers, where they say they can use lethal force now at the border. That's never happened before. Not what they're saying. That's going to be going to court shortly.
Right.
But I don't understand why that's not front page news. The military is not supposed to operate in this country to begin with.
Right.
And
that's right. Yeah, no, that's very true. They can't operate in this country. So they're supposed to be there in a support role, and all the rich people in Tijuana. I know that almost sounds like That shouldn't be a thing, but it is. There's rich people in Tijuana, and they were very upset about the immigrants that were there sleeping on their beaches and stuff. So they made a big stink about it, and Trump got to see that, so he made a big stink about it, and, now it's tear gas and rubber bullets at babies.
Yeah.
Because that's who we are now. Welcome to America.
Hey, man, I heard some people saying that there should be a November. What day was the election? November 6th. That horrible day.
Right.
They said that should be a permanent holiday called Fake President Day because he didn't really win.
Oh yeah,
That made me
be
laugh.
good. Fake President Day to go along with the fake news and his fake hair and his fake wife wearing her fake Dolce & Gabbana. Now that Dolce & Gabbana she was wearing is real, but she definitely gets out there and tells tales through her clothing, just like she did with the jacket when she went to go see the kids down at the border. Now Dolce & Gabbana is in trouble in China for being completely fucking racist, and what does she wear? Dolce & Gabbana.
Yeah, it's a great group of people.
Yeah, no, she telegraphs her evilness and racism through fashion, which is kind of genius, actually.
Do you think he even won? Seriously,
No. Mm-mm.
You think it basically was fixed, or they?
Well, he didn't win because 3 million more Americans voted for Hillary.
Right.
So it's really just the Electoral College. But, slavery's over, so I don't know why we still have the Electoral College. Look, we need to get rid of the Electoral College. My only fear, though, now is that I think Hillary's going to try to run again.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's not going to win. Don't do it. Just don't.
It's right. It's no disrespect to your skills or who you were.
Oh, no, I voted for her.
Right.
I voted for her.
I'm with you.
She would have been a great president. She knows the job.
It's the same reason, like, I don't really want anyone to run who's been a face for 30, 40 years. We have to win this thing.
New.
Yeah. And even more than that, we need to fucking win. Like, we have to win.
Whoever
run, right?
We're going to get that Ortiz girl at 29. She just got in there. We're going to be like, you know what? We can't even wait no more. Girl, you need to run. You need to be president.
Look,
just be like, we need to skip all sorts of steps.
Hey, Obama only served one term, and they were like, you're going to be, Harry Reid said you're going to be president.
Yeah. But one term is 4 years though, right?
Well, for a senator or for a congressman?
Yeah,
Senate is 6, and then the other was 2.
Oh.
House is 2. So she got elected as a member of the House.
Oh, so she could
2
run.
Years. Hell yeah.
So she could run in 2020.
She can, yeah, absolutely. Probably a little soon for her, but she's got a lot of...
That sounds good.
Fox News hates her, and that's a good sign.
That sounds good. I could get behind that ticket.
Look,
I could get a lot behind that ticket, because the other Democrats right now that are getting into pole position to run, like you guys, but I can see this Ortiz girl and everybody getting hyped up all over again.
Yeah.
I could see that. I could see everybody getting hyped up. But the Democratic Party is scared of this new socialist movement, though.
Well, they're scared of right-wing conservatives, as they've always been, telling them what to do, and that's the whole problem with the party. If you want to lead, you have to lead by example.
Right.
So if you want Medicare for all, don't be mealy-mouthed. Just say, this is what's up.
Yeah, just do it.
Just do it, because the majority of the country believes in those types of programs.
Right.
But you have to lead them.
Right. I hear every day people talk about how they can't leave their job because they have to have health insurance.
Right.
Like, that just stops so many people.
Yeah.
If we had health insurance for all, then there's a lot of people that would be able to do their dream.
Yeah.
And we would have more inventions. More stuff would be innovated. Better shows would be on TV. Maybe a better app would be made. We don't know what inventors are out there that are stuck doing some telemarketing job behind the desk just so that they could keep their medical insurance because they got a kid. If they didn't have to have that, they were able to do something else.
Yeah.
Wow. Just the inventions that we're missing out on because we don't have medical.
the head of the GRU, or the former head, Russian military intelligence, just died of a unknown illness at the age of...
It's comedy over there in Russia. Just folks just dropping dead all the time.
And everybody dies over there.
Everybody. It's like, just, you said the wrong thing. Gone. I don't know.
You want to hear another good one?
Mm-hmm.
This organization called, I think they pronounce it Bellingcat. They're like an investigative journalism. They purchased this database of, it was like the DMV database from Russia, and they were able to expose like 300 Russian spies because they all use the same address.
Oh, yes.
You heard about that?
Yes.
On their license.
Absolutely know about that.
So that was striking back a little bit for once.
I absolutely know about that.
These are the people. These are the people who took over, who elected Donald Trump. They're not even that smart.
No.
That's what's so horrible.
I know. I absolutely know all about that. That was so funny to me. But it's like the license plates here, a lot of the government plates here were registered to Disneyland and stuff like that.
Are they?
Yeah, at one time, Okay. It was funny shit like that going on. So, yeah, that's just weird that they were all using that same address.
Yeah.
123 Spy Lane.
Yeah.
We're not spies. I'm just staying at the spy house.
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys.
So, Mel, is there anything you want to plug or anything? Anything
I want to plug?
Yeah.
Let's plug Lex Service Auto Repair Center in Harbor City. That's the radio commercial that I do on KGLH.
Oh, yeah.
It's for Lex Service in Harbor City. What else should I plug? Lyft. If you need a ride, don't drink and drive. Get a ride from Lyft.
I like it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys. So Chris will be back next week. We want to again thank Mel for filling in, who did an awesome
absolutely.
job. You can follow us on Twitter at MuellerTimePod.
I'd like to come back and probably do this one more time. You guys talk about something.
Oh, you're going to come back with the two of us and more than once.
And chop it up a few times. I'd love to come back.
We got there's going to be a lot of news in the next foreseeable future. So I would love.
Oh my God. What if we get to have the celebration show? I don't know what we're going to be celebrating, but the news is going to come out. Something's going to happen.
Well, dude,
we're going to have to cut these mics on and just cry laughing. It's going to just be 30 minutes of us laughing. We won't even say a word.
No, yeah.
It'll just be 30 minutes. We're just on the floor, just cracking the fuck up for 30 minutes. No, and that's the whole podcast.
We're going to celebrate quite a bit.
Yeah. It's going down, dude. It's going down.
And so it's Mueller Time Pod on Twitter, Mueller Time Podcast on Instagram. My name is Eric Levay, and it's EricLevai. If you guys could also please leave us a review and 5 stars if possible, because that's nicer.
Yeah, 5 stars and a tip. 5 stars and a tip.
Review on iTunes or wherever you listen. We're on every single platform. We're also on Spotify now. Otherwise, appreciate you listening, and we'll catch you all next week.